Chapter 11, Lessons with Father. I managed to get into trouble more often than I should have in school. Sometimes I got in trouble for having a hot temper, other times it was for giving my stuff away. One day I gave away a pretty expensive item, and I got a talking to. "Where's your coat, Master Tommy?" Happy Love asked. "I gave it away," I said. "I gave it to somebody who needed it." "You shouldn't do that, Master Tommy. That's an expensive coat." "I'm going to tell Mother, and you know she doesn't like wasting money." We rode home in silence while I looked out the window of the limo. I was uneasy about what Mother would say. When we got home I was called to the sitting room to talk to her. "Tommy," she said, "you should not give away your things. You have nice things for a reason. You are not to give them away. The followers paid for that coat for you, not anybody else. Do you understand?" I reluctantly agreed. Later at dinner, when seated next to Father, he said, "Tommy, I heard that you gave away your coat at school today." "I did, Father." "Why did you do that?" he asked. "A boy at school said he was cold." "You've given away other clothes too, I hear." "Yes," I said, looking down. "To people who needed it." He mulled over what I'd said, with Mother looking on. After a few moments, he nodded at me. "That's exactly right, Tommy. We help those in need." Mother Divine looked furious. But Father smiled at me, and I sat up straight, sure that I'd made the right decision. Father started calling me regularly to his office for discussions. He always talked in a quiet, genuine tone with me. None of the emphasis or big words he used in his sermons. We had many discussions about his personal thoughts. He had already told me he wasn't God, but he was starting to teach me what else he was really about. Probably the most shocking to his followers would have been that he believed all religions were good. He didn't think people had to follow him to be good. When people get together, they feel a bond, he said. It doesn't matter what religion they are or what they believe. People who share a bond are powerful and can do great things together. On another day, he called me into his office to tell me about his thoughts on politics. He had regular correspondence with politicians in his day, and strong opinions on the future of America. His letters to leaders and their responses were well documented in the New Day. He told me that he thought America should have open borders with our direct neighbors. Canada, the US and Mexico need to band together to become strong. He said, "We should have closer ties with our neighbors so we can form a united front." When I looked at his household, I realized that's one of the reasons I was there. Mother was from Canada, I carried a proud Mexican name, and he was from America. He had other lessons for me, ones that weren't so serious. He told me that I should never pollute my mouth with any foul talk. When I called the birds outside my window peacocks, he corrected me, "They are peafowl, Tommy." And when I asked for a cracker, he pulled me aside and said, "Those are biscuits." No words that could be derogatory. The most adamant I ever saw him about correcting my use of language was when I told him I was playing with the other kids at school. "Hush, Tommy, kids are baby goats." "Were you playing with baby goats?" "No, Father." "That's right, you were playing with children." I loved my time with Father. He made me feel special. With him I felt like I had a purpose in life and a real father. But just as I was finding my stride, he started to slow down, way down.